Welcome to Day One in Paris by Fluence. I'm Sonia Gill, and in the next few minutes, I'll explain how to form the key expressions you'll need on your first day in Paris or any French-speaking place. I'll cover the basics on how to communicate with a cab driver, what to say to a waiter at a restaurant or a cafe, how to ask questions when pointing at a map, and a few other essential situations faced by travelers. After this video, you'll have interactive exercises to practice with. All right, enough babbling. Ready to get going? Here are the two words that I learned first when embarking on a new language. Ça. It's really two words. It means both this and that. Practical, huh? If you're going to know very little vocab, this word is ideal. I need this. I want that. How much is this? So repeat after me. Ça. Open your mouth and exaggerate. That squiggle under the C, a cédille, is what makes the C sound S. Ça. Now, the second word you'd be better off with when getting to Paris is s'il vous plaît. Literally, it means something like if you please or please. You might have heard this already. A plus I sound E. So it's s'il vous plaît. The French use s'il vous plaît all the time and in every type of social interaction. So don't be afraid of being redundant or over polite. And please use it. Now you can simply say, ça, s'il vous plaît. This or that, please. Possibly the most useful phrase when starting out. Keep watching this because slowly I'll show you how to form your own sentences. After years of work creating language learning platforms, we know that you'll learn very fast if our explanations have common sense, if we use relevant material that you actually need, and if we stay away from those so-called immersion methods that treat you like a child by forcing you to match words and images over and over again. Instead, we'll show you how the language works. Let's get back to Paris. Once you get to the airport, you'll probably hop on a cab to go to the hotel and then get something to eat. Let's work on the basics at the restaurant first. Then we'll work on the cab. It's all connected. Plat means dish. Open your mouth and pay attention to the sounds. Plat. Notice how the final T is not pronounced. That's because in French, generally, if a word ends with a consonant, it's silent. Just like s'il vous plaît. So how do you say dish? Plat. Now, to say this or that dish, you have to say ce plat. So this, that in a general way is ça. Yet, when pointing at something precise that you actually mention, you use ce. Ce plat. This, that dish. Here's a new one that you can guess. Ce café. Easy. This or that coffee. Or just ça, s'il vous plaît. Good. Now you can point at things and say, I want this dish or that dish. What we're missing is the I want. Easy. We know you, vous. Well, I is je. Watch out. It's je. Come on, say it with me. Je. And you? vous. I want is je veux. A new combination here. I plus U, E. Open your mouth. Je veux. And you want would be vous voulez. Again, notice that the final X and Z are silent. Let's put a phrase together. Je veux ce plat. I want this dish. And what if you don't want the dish? Then you'd say, je ne veux pas ce plat. I don't want this dish. So for the negative form, you add ne and pas on each side of the verb. And that's it. Another one. Je ne veux pas ce café. Good. Now your turn. I want that dish. Go for it. Je veux ce plat. Bravo. See? It wasn't that bad. Let's throw in a please, and voila. S'il vous plaît. Please. Je veux ce plat, s'il vous plaît. Now, how about I want the menu, please? Easy. Menu is carte. The menu would be la carte. So, je veux la carte, s'il vous plaît. One little trick here. In French, nouns can be masculine or feminine. Like people, yes. For masculine nouns, you use le. Le plat. And for feminine ones, it's la. Like la carte. The same thing happens for this and that. We just saw that this, that masculine is ce. Ce plat. This dish. When pointing at a feminine thing, the word to use is cette. This, that, feminine. So you'd say, cette carte. This menu. You might wonder, and how do we know that something is feminine or masculine? Well, many words ending with an E are feminine, but absolutely not all of them. So really, practice is what will get you to naturally use the feminines and masculines. I know, this is tough for us English speakers because it's just not natural. So, let's practice straight away with a few more words. Café is masculine. Le café. The coffee. Ce café. That coffee. And what about some water? Eau. I-A-U sounds eau. This one is feminine. So we should say la eau, the water. Yet, since it begins with a vowel, instead here we just say l'eau. When you have two vowel sounds in a row, the first one disappears and it's replaced by an apostrophe. So, for any word beginning with a vowel, the is just L apostrophe. L'eau, the water. Cette eau, that water. Okay, back to our sentences. Let's say, I want a coffee, please. Je veux un café, s'il vous plaît. Another new article. Un is a masculine. Un café. And what if you want water? I want a water, please. Je veux une eau, s'il vous plaît. So the feminine a is une. Une eau. Awesome. Now, to finish up with the restaurant basics, let's ask for the bill. Ready? The bill is l'addition. T-I-O-N. Sion. It comes out of your nose. L'addition. Think of to add in English. The bill adds up how much you owe, right? And like water, this one is feminine. So I want the bill, please, is, go for it. Je veux l'addition, s'il vous plaît. Or perhaps you just say, l'addition, s'il vous plaît. Great. Let's recap what we learned. Thus far, we know these masculine words. Le plat, le café, and one we're missing, the restaurant. It's easy. Le restaurant. Silent T. And 2 R's in this word. The French R can be tricky. It comes from the back of your mouth, and it's a bit as if you were scratching your throat. Le restaurant. And we said a dish is un plat, un café, un restaurant. And what about this or that dish? Then it's ce plat, ce café, ce restaurant. Okay, now for the feminines. We have la carte, l'eau, l'addition, une carte, une eau, une addition. And to finish off, cette carte, cette eau, cette addition. So look at these phrases. Je ne veux pas ça. Je veux ça. I don't want this. I want that. Or you can say, je veux ce plat et une eau. I want that dish and a water. Et is and. One last phrase. Un café et l'addition, s'il vous plaît. A coffee and the bill, please. Good. I think with these, you can survive at a restaurant. At least you can point to things that you like and explain, I want this or that. Better than pure hand signals, right? Okay, let's jump over to the second topic, the cab. You land, grab your suitcase, and hop on a cab. In French, un taxi. And you'll probably want to say something along the lines of, I want to go to the Hotel Paris, let's say. You already know I want. Je veux. I want to go is je veux aller to the Hotel Paris. À l'Hôtel Paris.